Okay, so this is bright as hell. I wanted to do something a little different today. Uh, hadn't gone out for a walk in a long time, um, and it's gorgeous weather here in Toronto, in Canada. We don't get this often, so I wanted to go for a walk and try something a little different, and maybe try and do a video and record one. I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience in terms of deciding to take time off to pursue a goal. And if you're thinking about doing the same, maybe this video will help, right? One of the things that I would tell you to do right off the bat, if you're thinking about taking time off, quitting your job potentially, or taking a break, a sabbatical, whatever you want to call it, is save your money. Save up money, like put money aside. This is something that I think I do by habit, not always a good habit. I do tend to be more frugal and just economic with my money. Save your money, be smart with your money, because it's gonna go a long way, right? The more you can sort of put away, the more time you have to take whatever break you need to take to pursue whatever it is that you're pursuing, right? I would also say, if it's at all possible, and if it makes sense with this particular goal that you're looking to pursue, whatever it is, if you can work and obviously pursue it, I mean, this is a no-brainer, do that. In my case, what I was trying to pursue, what I am pursuing, really doesn't fit a 9-to-5 model. What my day job is a 9-to-5 job. So it was getting to a point where I thought, okay, it's like trying to fit two puzzle pieces that don't fit. And I thought, okay, let me at least take the time to just try this and see if it works, right? That was primarily my thinking behind stopping my job or taking a break from my job to pursue my goal. But of course, if you can work and pursue your goal on the side, do that, because it's just going to be so much more easier from a financial burden perspective, right? You're able to keep things status quo in terms of paying your bills and, you know, keeping on top of all the responsibilities you have financially. But if it doesn't work, and if you're just really keen on taking a break on, you know, for your own benefit, to pursue something, whatever it may be, save your money. Be good with your money, be smart with your money. You might not know when you want to take this break, right? So let me switch hands here, because again, this is effort, man. You might not know when you want to take a break. So on average, I would just tell you, spend your money on things that are meaningful to you, that really bring you value, that add to your life in a beneficial way. And if it doesn't, don't feel the need to spend your money on those things. Honestly, because there's so much being shown to us, advertised to us, and I mean, there's stuff we need and there's stuff we want, and it's totally fine, you know, to treat yourself and do whatever it is that you want to do and buy whatever it is that you want to buy. But if there's a point where you're like, man, this is really adding to my overall benefit, like it's not making me happy, I don't really need it, I'm not getting much utility out of it, don't waste your money on those things. Save your money, because honestly, you'll be surprised how much it comes in handy and how much of a help it could be when you are in, or you get to this sort of state where you're like, man, I need to take a break. I need to figure some things out. I want to maybe go on a vacation. I need to, you know, whatever, right? So be smart with your money. The other thing is, as you begin to start saving money, at whatever point you realize you want to take a break, be mindful of how long you want to take a break for, right? Having an idea of how long you want to take a break for will give you an idea of how much you want to try and save, right? So for me, one of the things that I started doing the moment that the thought of, you know what, I think I might want to take a sort of a prolonged break came into mind, I started doing a rough calculation of what my monthly expenses were, fixed costs, right? You got your mortgage, you got your, I mean, I live in a condo, so maintenance, you got your utilities, water, hydro, electricity, heating, whatever. You have your car insurance, all these things that are fixed costs, hammer them out, right? Make it a point to outline them and calculate out what your monthly expense is. And that way, you get a rough estimate of what that projects out to a year, right? So let's say, for example, you want to take a year off, like I've taken a year off, or I mean, I'm still halfway through, but project out to see how much on average you're going to need, right? And that then gives you sort of a horizon to work towards, and also gives you sort of the motivation to be a little bit more mindful of your expenses, right? In terms of, okay, I know I got to put this away because I'm working on the long game. I want to take time off to figure out some stuff, right? So have an idea of your expenses. That will help a lot. And it'll put you in a better place, you know, really mentally and financially, for you to be able to make and really commit to that decision of taking time off. The final thing I'll say in terms of taking time off and taking a break is, if you've decided on doing this, pull the trigger at some point. And what I mean by that is, if you've kind of come to the point where you over and over are realizing, I want to take a break, I need to take time off work, I want to pursue a goal, I need to recalibrate some things, I need to just take time. Get to that point where when you're sure you want to do it, do it. Because trust me, one of the things I'm realizing right now in all this, what I'm doing, podcasting, content creation, wanting to go down this route, realizing this is also in a big way something that is really connecting to me from an artistic perspective, but also just a self-expression perspective, helping people, all those things. I wouldn't have realized this like this if I didn't take time off, right? And some days are gonna feel like shit. Some days you're gonna tell yourself, "What the? Yeah, I should swear. What the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing?" Honestly, you will have those days where you're like, "I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I took a break. Nothing is going the way I expected it to. Things aren't going as fast as I wanted to. And if anything, I feel more confused and more lost than I did before I took my break." You will 100% have these days. But always remember, that voice that you listened to when you decided to take this break, I hope that was a voice of love, not fear, right? There's something truly inside you that says, man, just give this a shot. Do it. Because honestly, life's too short. And you might as well take a chance on the things you want to do, the things you love, than not. Because you're liable to fail at both. You're liable to fail and stumble at things you don't like and that don't bring you joy and that make you unhappy. So you might as well take a shot at the things that do make you happy, right? And there's never a point, I hope, that you feel like, oh, I can't course correct again, or I can't go back. You can do anything you want. You can make changes. You can pivot. It's always that's I think the one thing that we all need to keep in mind in terms of life, right? You have the ability to change and course correct and pivot. So yeah, take the break, and then if you get to the point at some point in the year or whatever, however long your break is, you decide this isn't working for me, go back, reevaluate. That's okay. I talked about this in another small short that I made. You really think about it, a year in the grand scheme of things, it's not a long time. It's a long time, but it's not. When you think of, I don't know, ideally a 30, 40, 50, 60-year life. And I said this in my short. On the off chance that your time is up sooner than you expected, right? We don't know what our end date is. Then that break you took was almost more important, because you went after something that you wanted to, you tried something that you wanted to, and you know, your time was up. But at least you took the shot and took the time to do some of the things that you loved, right? So I think those are the three things really that I would say. If you know, to be mindful of, if you're thinking of taking a break, taking time to pursue a goal, whatever the case may be. Be smart with your money, right? Number one, be smart with your money. Save it. Put it away if you can manage to put it away. Two, as you're putting it away, keep an idea of how long you want to take a break for. Plan that out. Don't be arbitrary with this, because that will throw your plans off a lot, right? So have an idea of how long you want to take a break for, and try and save according to that. Save towards that number. And three, take the step, take the leap. When you finally got to that point where you've said, okay, I've got the money, I've wanted to do this for a while, don't cheat yourself out of it, because trust me, it's not worth regretting, right? Take the step, do it.